In this session, we go over the advanced features available to you in a review. Let's enter a project and select a review. The lower toolbar is where all the action happens. On the left-hand side, you have your playback options. Here you can adjust the speed of your playback, making it either slower or faster. Under Playback, you can determine how you would like Review to handle cycling through your versions when you select the Play button. Play 1 will play only the current selected version. Play All will play through your full playlist start to finish. Play Selection allows you to select the versions you wish to play through. If you choose Play All or Play Selection, the timeline will be a representation of all versions in your playback selection, and each version is marked with a white tick so you can see where one ends and the next begins. Media resolution can be changed to best suit your needs, up to 4K, depending on your original file resolution and whether you have the Review Pro add-on. Playback selection can be looped continuously by clicking the Loop button. When it's lit purple, it's on, and when off, your selection will play through once and then stop. You also have a few time formats available in your review. There is Standard, which displays minutes and seconds. Frames displays which frame you're on out of the total number of frames. And Timecode displays detailed hours, minutes, seconds, and frames. Next along the toolbar are the Require Changes and Approval buttons. It's a quick and easy way for collaborators to approve any version within an asset, and the selection is then tabulated in the Approvals and Interactions tab. Since we have 3 collaborators in our review, when one person approves a version, the Approved bar will show 33% approved on that version. The Require Changes button works in the same manner, and when all collaborators have selected their approval, the total for the 2 bars adds up to 100%, so you can keep track of the approval process and who still needs to chime in. Further down the line, we have Flip and Flop. Flip allows you to see what your media looks like flipped on the y-axis or vertically, and Flop shows you what your media looks like flipped on the x-axis or horizontally. The ghosting feature is an onion skinning effect which allows you to see semi-transparent annotations created before and after the current frame. This is an especially handy tool for animation work. Select the ghost icon to open the settings. We are going to choose 3 frames before and after, noting that the current frame is counted as 1 frame. Select Turn On, and you are ready to use the feature. Mark up your frame as desired and skip to the frame before or after to add the next annotation. You can see that the annotation you just drew is included as a ghosted image. Carry on with your markup to get the full effect. If the ghost icon is purple, that indicates it's turned on. When you are finished with the feature, click the icon again and select Turn Off. Compare mode will be available to you if the asset has more than one version uploaded to it. To use this feature, go to the Playlist tab and ensure that Group by Asset is selected in the drop-down menu. Once your playlist is grouped, you can see which assets have multiple versions. Click on one of these assets and you will see that the Compare button in the toolbar becomes available. Clicking on the button will bring up your compare options, which include side-by-side or overlay mode. By default, Review will display the latest version of the selected asset from your playlist and allow you to choose which version you would like to compare it to on the right. You can also change the version displayed on the left by selecting a different version of the asset in the drop-down menu at the bottom left. Let's take a closer look at side-by-side, which is just that. Your compared versions are laid out beside one another. When you click on the play button or drag your cursor on the timeline, each version plays back at the same rate of time. For overlay mode, the opacity slider can be dragged back and forth to reveal the subtle or not so subtle differences between your chosen versions. When the slider is at 100%, the right-hand version will be shown at full opacity, and when the slider is at 0%, the left version is at full opacity. Whether you are in side-by-side or overlay mode, leaving any annotations or feedback will only attach to the left-hand version in your compare options. What's even better is all these features also work when you are in a synced review. What the driver sees is what the collaborators see as well. And with that, you are now a review expert. Now go dive in and create something wonderful. We hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one.